Hi everyone, and thanks for joining Pilates Down Under for some mat floor work. So we're going to take it over onto our knees to start off with in a quadruped position. We're going to drill those elbows towards the thighs, biceps facing away. With that, we kind of help with not using so much pressure on our wrists, but yet using our serratus, anterior serratus, to hold us up. So pick up the belly, lengthen the neck. From here, I just want you, from this tabletop position, to create a nice cat stretch and go straight into that neutral spine. And again, let's bring it up and then back into neutral spine. This is the last one. Bring it up and then back into neutral. So this time I'm going to do the reverse. So we're going to sway the back at that nice opening of the chest and then come back to neutral spine and then lower it down again. So when we talk about neutral spine, it's that natural curve of the spine that we use when we walk and do activities. It's not that spine we use when we sit down for long periods of time, when we tend to slump. So back into neutral spine, please. I want you to extend the left leg and float the right arm up straight into it this morning. And then come back down. And the other side. So we're just warming up as we lengthen and work the diagonal part of our posterior chain. So we really want to lengthen and reach as we draw that belly button in, shifting the weight slightly to the opposite arm, the supporting arm. But the key word is slightly, we're not completely shifting. As you raise and float the opposite leg, it doesn't go past your glute. So if you hyperextend your buring range of movement from your lower back, and that defeats the purpose of this exercise. You have one more, and on your last one, I'd like you to hold it up there, please. From here, lengthening, not letting your head hang off its spine. I want you to bend the elbow and bring the knee and come back to the center and extend. Now, as you do that, we're not curling the back, it's flat or neutral spine. Let's shoot it forward and back. Let's work on that balance, work on the flexion and extension of our joints. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, last one, and bring it back down. Let's do that on the other side. Reset yourself, make sure you're maintaining that neutral spine, extend the leg out, make sure you're not rotating out, drop that hip down slightly if you need to, and extend the opposite arm. When you establish this, drilling the elbows into or towards your thighs, bring it in and extend it out. So really when we think about it, it's our shoulder and our elbow that's folding along with our knee and our hip, and that's it. As simple as that, my friends. So as we extend it out, really feel like someone's pulling you from your wrist and someone else is pulling you from your ankle, getting that full extension. You've got 4 more here. 4, 3, 2, last one, lower it down. Excellent, you might want to wiggle it out. It's not an easy exercise. And maybe go back into maybe your child pose or your shell stretch would be great as you tent the fingers and shoot your weight forward and back. The tenting of the fingers really helps with wrist mobility and strengthening the fingers. It's super important, all that texting and typing that we do. 4 more, 3, 2, and the last one as we flatten our palms down. Let's go back into that quadruped position. This time we're going to extend the right leg out, drop the hip down slightly, drill the elbows in and create those circles. So we're moving from the hip socket, creating those beautiful circles. I want you to feel like the femur is moving in that socket really smoothly. And then let's go in the opposite direction. Picking up the belly at all times. Try not to let your head hang. It's heavy. Unnecessary. 4, 3, 2, 1, and then lower it down. Let's take it over to the other side. Extend the leg out. See, we're starting off really nice and easy today, but there is a ba-boom there somewhere. So we're going to definitely add some dynamic movements to today's class. But let's start off by just starting to move our hip, work on hip mobility, really, really important. And then the opposite direction. You wouldn't believe how important and what the focus is on at the moment with our hips. With all this sitting that we do, we really need to start moving it in all directions. And when you're finished, lower that down. Thread your knees through your arms like a goalpost and sit back on your sit bones, please. Bring the knees out in front. I want you to place your hands underneath your thighs and just roll back and come back up. Really feel where your sit bones are and how far you can come down comfortably as you scoop your belly. When you're ready, take your arms away, reaching it forward and lifting it back. So you're really hinging here. And then as you lower, you scoop that belly button in as it helps you rise. So you were really also working your posterior chain. When you're ready, I'd like you to rotate down, almost tap your elbows down to the mat and come back. So it's a slight rotation of the spine. Trust me, your back loves this. Your core eats it for breakfast, these moves. So let's go for 4, 3, 2. Last one, and hold it up there. Placing your fingertips towards your bottom if you can. Some of us don't have that range of movement. And I just want you to draw your shoulders away from your ears as you come up into a reverse plank, looking up to the ceiling. Get that really nice stretch in the front of the arms and then come back up down. And again, this is the last one. So fold it, like peel your knees away as your hips come up to the ceiling. And then come down. Open up the knees and fold it forward. So let's counter stretch that move. Great job. Fold the knees up this time. Let's get into some really fun core work. Let's go into these beautiful genie arms. Shift the weight back and just add a bit of a rotation. Now this rotation means that my elbows are tilted, so I want those elbows to slightly come as close to the ground as possible. Almost like you're drawing an arc in front of you. Get that rotation in the upper spine without the knees falling in the opposite direction. So knees stay still. 4, 3, 2. And when you finish this one, hold into the center. And I want you to lower and come up. Great job. Keep those elbows up. Shoulders might start burning. Let's go for 4, 3, wait for this one. 2, and when you're ready, tap the toes and bring them up. So double toe taps with these genie arms. Let's scoop that belly. Let's go nice and strong. You might get the shakes. Shakes are good. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, 1, and come up and hug your knees. Good job. That's a strong ab exercise. Ooh. Let's come back into the genie arms. We haven't finished here. You might replace the arms, restack them. This time as we hinge back slightly, we want to lift one knee and bring it to the arm. So we're not going to the knee is coming to us. So even holding your arms up here in an isometric position is working the upper body. Really scoop that belly, bring that knee up. It's only a tiny movement. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, last one. Float both legs up and do exactly the same. Let's go for 4. So single toe taps. Easy. Now you're just holding your balance. Drawing strength. 3, 2, and 1. Lower it down and bring yourself up and open up the knees and stretch it forward. While we're here, we're going to do some butterfly roll-ups. So we're going to reach it forward here. And then as you pull yourself up and come down, your knees will close and your hands will go overhead. So we lead with the hands, our head comes up, our neck, our shoulders draw the belly in as we open up the knees and reach forward. So let's pick up the pace with this because we can. Now the only thing with picking up the pace is you'll end up using your arms as a bit of momentum, and that is not the purpose of this exercise. You want to draw it up, use your core as you float it forward, opening up the knees, and then come back down. A good chance to check out your pedicure, see if you need to make an appointment, get your toenails done, maybe treat yourself. Let's go through 4 in preparation. For summer in some countries, 3, 2, last one, hold it down here and reach it forward. Well done with those roll-ups, not easy. Now as you step the spine, I want you to bring one leg back into what we call a Z position or mermaid. Take the hand by the side and I really want you to push against the ground and create that nice big arch underneath. And then release and push it away and come down. Just 2 more of these. Let's push it away and come down. On the last one, push it away, take the arms over, lower the elbows down and get that really nice lengthening. Hold it for 5, hold it for 4, hold it for 3. This is the segue into your next exercise. As you bring your knees in, reposition yourself into a side plank position or your clam position. Reach it up. From here, I just want you to push again and come down. Very similar to what we did in the Z position. So push it away and come down. Raise that arm up to the ceiling. Let's go for 4, 3. And as we do this, we're going to slightly lift the hip off the ground and come down. So we lift, really work on that shoulder girdle and come down. Try not to sink in too much. 3, 2, then watch the change. 1. So as we open, we shoot it up and come down like a star. You've only got a few of these. And really a few is as many as you can do. And it feels good to do them. So we've got 2 more here for myself. Last one and come down. Well done. Let's flip it over to the other side into that beautiful Z. We push away and we come down. Really gathering on one side as the other side opens up, and then we reverse it through. So it really kind of warms up that shoulder girdle again. Make sure that you're in position in preparation for the next exercise. So you have 2, last one, and on this last one, we reach up, lower down the elbows and get that really nice lengthening. The QL loves this. That's the muscle at the back of our lower back. So reach it over. Stay there. Get yourself into position in the sideline position. You can stack the feet or you can lower the feet down, depending onto you. So reach it up. Don't sit in here. Just sit so you maintain that natural curve, and we push up and we come down. So just getting ready to torpedo our hips up to the ceiling, really. No exercises without a catch, and this is the catch. So when you're ready, I want you to push up and come down. It feels good to be able to drill that hip up to the ceiling and reach. Really nice lengthening exercise. Make sure your ankles and your heels are in alignment with your glutes and you're not rolling back. When you're ready, you want to shoot it out and come down. Like a cheerleader. Let's do some high kicks. Let's go for 4. Remember, it's your 4, not my 4. If it was my 4, we'd be going on for about 12. You do the best you can, the best for your body and how you feel right now. This will be my last lot. And then when I'm ready and when you're ready, we'll come down, tuck the knees in and onto our knees for our first fold of the knees as we sit down here. Take the arms out, nice and lengthen. And I just want you to drill or lengthen your fingers over to one side and then over to the other. Like your ribs are moving side to side. So it's a tiny movement. But what I really want is that lengthening from the collarbone. We go for 4, 3, 2, and last one. Lowering the hands down, tent the fingers, curl the toes under. And just sitting on the back of the ankles, giving our toes the stretch of their life. Place the weight there. It's not easy. And in some instances, it's probably not fun. I find it fun. I really enjoy this stretch. My toes always say thank you at the end of it. Let's reach it forward. And we're going to come up into a full stance as we squeeze our shoulder blades back and come forward. So push against those toes as we lift and we unravel. As you come up, I want you to grow tall. Really draw the belly button in. Let's go for 3 more. 3, 2. On your last one, please stay up there. Last one as we hold it up here. Unravel the toes, give them a bit of a rest. And we're going to take it over to each side. So I'll move over into a diagonal. Lengthen. And like a T, capital T, teacup, calm down, lengthen, and bring it over. And we're going to do that over to the other side. So really folding, really into this lateral movement today. Take it over and lengthen, and I promise you, this is a segue into the next exercise. 2, and this should feel really good for those people that sit down a lot, especially office workers. Last lot. Now I want you to take one leg, let's take the right leg, flick it out, bring it up and extend it out with the arms still held up high. From here we're going to continue that, so we're going to tilt it over to one side and bring it up. And we're going to maintain it on that one side. Fold and lift. We've got a few more. And when you finish your last one, or when you've had enough, place your hands down, lift that leg up into a nice line. So I don't want it too high and I don't want it hanging down here. Really try your best to pick it up. Extend the leg out and let's do those circles. We did that in the quadruped when we were warming up earlier. So reach up, push against the shoulder, draw the belly button in and draw these really tiny circles. And let's go in the opposite direction. We don't stay up here for too long. So let's go for 4. Breathe your way through it. Think of something nice. 3, 2, 1, then lower it down. That wasn't so bad, was it? So let's come up and we continue, but this time I'm going to reach forward and sit back. Reach forward and sit back. Your toes are unraveled, so don't fret. 2. Last one, hold it up here. The other leg flips out. Pick up the knee, extend it out. Then open up the arms and let's tilt it over to this side. That's it. Now, we're doing a lot of lateral movement because I really want you to lengthen from the collarbone to the fingertips. So your fingers should still be in your peripheral vision. Last one, fingertips to the ground and lift that leg up. And just do those circles, nice and easy. They're not huge circles. Just like a dot on the wall, and then the opposite direction. Just a little bit of movement here. Let's go for 4. Let's build the strength up in our glutes. 3, 2, 1, and then bring it down. Great job. Okay. So now let's go back onto our bottom, please, and get into this core stuff that we love so much. And remember, the core includes everything. It's your glutes, it's your lats, your posterior chain, your internal wall. It's the whole thing. So let's roll down, peeling down vertebrae by vertebrae. We've been here before. I want you to push your shoulders into the mat, your elbows and your hands, opening up the shoulder blades. That should feel really good. And at the same time, push your feet into the mat. That should also feel good as you fire up your hamstrings and release. Let's do that one more time. Push into the mat, so when you go to lift it, there'll be an imprint on your mat. Push your feet into the mat, your 3 points of your feet, your heels, your big toe, your pinky toe. Let's make a mark on the mat and then release. This time as we push it all into the mat, we're going to lift our hips up to the ceiling into that perfect diagonal and we lower it down. So let's do some shoulder bridge exercises. And when you come down, don't just plonk down. Lower it down, tap the mat, and then come up again. Let's do 4, and as you do your 4, I'd like you to float your arms up so you're no longer imprinting the mat with your arms. And as you do this, I want you to think about breathing. Really feel the working at the back of the legs. 3, your glutes are starting to say hello. 2, and then take the arms down to a slight diagonal. Keep that going. We're just changing the range of the arm, adding a little bit more load. 3, 2, and then lower the arms back so it just hovers over the mat. 3, really squeeze those glutes. Oh, this feels so good. Really limp and draw the belly in. Let's go through 4, 3, do not stop. Take the arms back into that slight diagonal for a couple more, couple more. And then reach up to the ceiling, continue that, fire up the glutes, should feel really good. And then on the last one, float them down, press your arms down into the mat. We've got 4 more here. 3, 2. This is great for people with back issues because you should not feel any pain in the back. Knees to the ceiling, just relax those shoulders. You're going to push the left leg into the mat, the left foot, really create that imprint. And then let the other leg fall out and then come back in. We press the other foot into the mat and lower the other leg. So we're just opening up the hips slightly, but we're maintaining control. So shift the weight over, swap the stabilizing leg and come through. This is the last one. And over to the other side. And here we get into some nitty gritty. Relaxing the shoulders, bring both knees into the chest, create that nice ball. Maybe bring those knees in and give your lower back a bit of a stretch because you definitely deserve it. I want you to extend the leg that's closest to the screen to the ceiling. Extend the other one out so it's nice big letter L. I want you to pick up the head and draw your chest towards your thighs. Get that nice stretch at the back of the leg, but get the lengthening from the other, most important. Bring it in, and then I want you to switch the legs over. So we're doing scissor kicks, and then switch it over. With each kick, you feel a really nice stretch at the back of the legs, but we're going to modify this. I want you to create pistol arms and reach them up to the ceiling. And then take it across to one side as you continue scissor sticks. Scissor kicks. So we've got a diagonal and we're kicking. Let's go for 4 here. 3, 2, and take it over to the other side. 4, 3, 2, over to the other side. 4, 3, it's not easy. 2, and over to the other side, but it's good. 3, 2, and then hold it up to the ceiling. Bring the knees in, lower the head, and give yourself a hug, well-deserved hug. Place both feet into the ground. And we're going to do some articulation of the spine. So instead of shooting the hips up, we're going to peel it. So we're going to dig, imprint the spine with imprint the mat with the spine, and not the mat into the spine. It's spine into the mat. and then peel it down. And then tilt the hip away, creating a larger arch in the lower back. So bring it in as we ripple it up into a bridge, and then lower it down. You have one more, then you're going to stay up there for me, please. So ripple it down, slowly peel the hips up and hold that beautiful diagonal as we were before. I'd like you to come up onto your tippy toes, peeling your heels off the mat. I want you to hold that position because we need to also work on ankle stability, and this is a great way to do it. Peel the right leg off the mat, holding that tabletop, and extend that leg up to the ceiling, and we are going to lower and lift. So we've shifted the weight over to the supporting leg. There's a lot of pressure there. We've got 4, 3, 2, last one. Go back into tabletop, lower the foot down and lower the hips down, lower the heels down. Let's go to the other side. Ripple it up first, feels nice. Then peel the heels off the mat, get that diagonal. Shift the weight over to the right leg, peel that up into a tabletop, then extend it to the ceiling and bring it down and bring it up. Not many of these is really strong exercise. The glute's going to start to fire up like a hot soup it is. Let's go for 4, 3, 2. On your last one, you hold it up there, you bend the knee, you glide it down and ripple it down. Great job. Arms into a big letter T. Lower your knees towards me, get that nice spinal stretch, and then over to the other side. Oh, nice. Okay, I wish I could say it's over. It ain't over. So bring it in. It's like going into the dark side, it is. So hands over by your side. I'm going to take a couple of deep breaths in as we draw the belly in, knit the ribs and release as we exhale, and we inhale as we open up the ribs. We're going to start off with those roll-ups. We did these earlier, but we did them with our hands overhead. But this time we're going to glide them and bring them up. Got a bit of a combo here. So this time as you roll up, I want you to peel your feet up into half a teaser and then bring it down. So we peel it up and we bring it down. You've only got 8 of these. Only 8. What's 8? So 8 starts now though. 8, 7, ripple it down. 6, 5, find that balance. 4, reach forward. 3, 2, last one, hold it up there. Hold it for 5, hold it for 4, you've got this. 3, 2, 1, lower it down. Hands by your side, and let's push those hips up one more time. So ripple it up, pull your knees away into a half reverse plank, and then come down. That should feel really good actually. And again, reverse it up, feeling the knees away from the chest, and then bring it back down. Take the legs out nice and wide into a V, just really quickly. Hands stay by your side as we lift one leg and then the other. One leg and then the other, and then we're going to add on. So one leg and then the other as we reach and we extend the other. We've got 4 more. 4. My 4, not your 4. 3, 2, last one. Whew. Bring the knees in, cross them over. Hands on the knees as we grow nice and tall, gliding those shoulders down and back. Last time we'll place those hands behind, and this time we're not going to lift our bottom off the mat, we're just going to push. So almost like You're dangling a string of pearls, and your spine is that string of pearls, and lower it down. One more time, just push, opening up the chest, squeezing the shoulder blades together, down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job, lower it down. Bring your knees in, back into that fold. Before we wrap up, we have to do something hot and nasty. So come up onto your knees. Draw the belly in, grow nice and tall. This is the finale, and it's going to be a good one. So reach it forward. You can curl your toes under if you like. And I just want you to hinge back and come up. Really feel the lengthening at the front of the legs. Chin up. You come down where you feel good, and then come down a little bit more. We've got 2 more, then we're going to stay down. Stay down on your last one. Then open up the arms and close them for 4, 3, 2, don't cry, and 1, and come up, you're done. Fingertips to the mat, curl those toes under, ripple it up, walk the fingers to the feet. Slowly roll up, roll back those shoulders, pedal it out, and you're done. Thank you for joining. You did really well, and I'll catch you next time. If you're joining Pilates Down Under, thank you.